Get connected to the movement. I think this is something, we have seen. This is not going to happen overnight. This is not going to happen if we all don't help. It needs everybody's help. It's a big task. We are way behind. And, we want to be proud. We want to be proud. The next Olympics is right here in Olympics. And I think we want to make sure that that is the best ever Olympics, for India's history. And that is possible. There's a lot of effort going on. And, I think with everybody's support, we can definitely make it not just the best, but, even set the ground for the next Olympics.
We just have a small presentation, a little memento that I would like Mirabai Chanu to present, Vivek. It's a small memento that we've got. It's fairly heavy, but Meera can lift it. I'm not sure about Vivek. Can we have a huge round of applause for both, please? I also want to say that, after Meera won the Tokyo silver medal, they had the weightlifting national championship 3 months after that. The number of girls that participated tripled just because of a hero and role model like Mirabai Chanu. Today, if you go to the Northeast, every academy is filled with young girls dreaming of becoming the next Mirabai Chanu. In 2009, when we started supporting Sindhu and Saina, there were 30 badminton courts. Sindhu was 13 years old. There were 30 badminton courts in Hyderabad, 30 in Bangalore. Today, anecdotal evidence tells us that there are over 7,000 badminton courts in Hyderabad, 7,000 in Bangalore. The impact of heroes and role models. So on one thing, what the work that OGQ does brings pride to the nation. You'll all felt proud like seeing that video. But in another way, it gives a dream to some young kid in some far corner in India, some poor boy and girl in some village, that they can have a hope and a dream. And that's intangible. It's hard to measure that. But those kids will, in 8 to 12 years, be representing India at the Olympics.
My name is Vivek Sharma. I live here in Boston. I'm part of OGQ. Been working with OGQ, Viren and team for quite some time. And on behalf of OGQ, I would like to welcome all of you to this very unique, first of its kind event in Boston. Really appreciate you taking time out on Friday evening to come and listen about the OGQ story and support India's dream for winning more and more gold medals in Olympics and other big events, But then on behalf of all of you, I would like to also welcome OGQ team. It's the first time that they have come to Boston. And I've been talking to Viren, who's the CEO of that. One of the things I want to do is to really expose them, as well as expose all of you to the OGQ team, and then expose them to the Boston, Boston, Indian diaspora, especially about, what they are doing and how they are working, and then how it is important for all of us to really become part of it. I got involved with OGQ about, 3 or 4 years ago, met Viren, was very impressed with the work they are doing and the impact that they make. All of us have, grown up in India or here and then somehow been frustrated with, I think, the progress India makes in Olympic Games or Asiad or even Commonwealth, It has taken us so long to reach to 6-medal tally. I think it was in Tokyo Olympics. Prior to that, it has always been barely 1 bronze medal, 1 medal here. There was a gold medal here, right? So, and we always think, why is it that, we can't win this thing? We are so good in few other sports. We are so good in a lot of things. And the question is, we've all felt frustrated and we all may have tried to do something, but I can tell you most of us didn't know what to do really about it, And I can also tell you most of us didn't really even know how to go about it. I got really impressed with what they do and how they work. And I think the proof is in the pudding. Last 2 Olympics, we have seen the impact of the number of medals that India has won, not only in Olympics, but also Paralympics, which is also very important. I can also tell you this is a very different world in winning Olympic gold medal. We watch Olympics. Some of us went to Olympics. I know, Jeet, you and Sonia were there. We were there. It looks very exciting to go there, but what goes in the life of an athlete to reach to that destination? And that one day, one event, 1 minute, 1 second, 1 point changes the whole destiny. And they work for years and months and days and years. And you'll hear Mirabai's story. How long has she worked to really reach to the stage where she has reached? And the amount of discipline and effort they have to maintain to really win that one goal that make all of us so proud. I remember recently when some of the gold medals won, we went to some of the events in Olympics, and it was so good to see India representing and India doing well. But what has taken us to reach there, and what is required to really take us to the next level? We are all very excited. The next Olympics is in our backyard in Los Angeles in 3 years and 10 months, 11 months, right? So there's a lot to be done, and hopefully that Olympic will do much better. OGQ Foundation started by two of India's sporting legend, Geet Sethi, who was the billiards champion, and Prakash Padkone, the badminton, all England badminton and the world #1. And they actually started because of the same frustration. They said, "My God, what has taken them to reach the stage they reached?" And they realized the pain of what has taken. And they had resources, they had this, despite all of that, the challenges they had. And they said, "We have to go through this." Can you imagine a lot of people who don't have resources, what it really takes? So they started the foundation with the same objective. The foundation has done exceedingly well under Viren's leadership. Viren, after leaving, after retiring from hockey, went to a business school, ISB, and then joined OGQ and has taken it to a different level that it is today. Today, OGQ supports about 400 athletes in India, junior to senior, that is preparing for next Olympics and Asiad, and we'll talk all about it. We are also joined by Ajay Jayram, who is the ex-#1 badminton player in India. He's represented India in badminton, has been #1. And then Anoushka Parikh. Anoushka is here. She's also a member of she was #1 in mixed doubles in India badminton. She has also played, and both Ajay and Anoushka actually demonstrated their skills at a badminton club yesterday with a lot of the local talent, and we're very excited, that we were able to see some of their shots and some of the people were there, And then, of course, the star of the evening is, Mirabai Chanu, who won silver medal in the Tokyo Olympics. She has been world #1.
So Vivek, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Ben.
And this is a great organization, and I did interview the other members of OGQ. Fascinating story everybody has. So my question to you is, we know here in Boston that you are a great entrepreneur, executive, and philanthropist, but many of us did not know your interest in sports. So tell us how that started and how did you come to work with OGQ?
So I think all of us, first of all, thanks for having me.
Sure.
I think all of us growing up in India have been interested in some sports or the other.
Sure.
Right. And we also have been frustrated that India hasn't done well in some of the major international global competitions, including Olympics, right? I think we have seen the history, if you win a medal, it used to be a big thing, but, it has also been a challenge. I got introduced to this organization through a friend of mine, and he told me about what they do and how they work, and it was really fascinating. So it has been several years since I've been associated. I have spent time with them in India, seen how they work with the athletes, how they train, how they coach, and it has been an amazing story of working with them. So I'm really happy and excited that they could come in Boston to share their story with with our Boston community, with our Boston friends.
So tell me, so who are these people and why they are here and what is their goal?
Sure. So actually, organization was founded by two of one of the world's best athletes, Geet Sethi, who was the world #1 in billiards, and Prakash Padkone, who was the world #1 in badminton, and with the same intent that the Olympic sports and the athletes, needs a lot more help than what they got in their sports when they were really growing up. The current CEO of the organization is Viren Rasquinha, who was the hockey captain of India, and he has been working in the organization for the last several years and has taken it to this where it is. It's supported by a lot of like-minded individuals who believe in the same mission that we need to see India progress in making, for Olympics as well as Paralympics, do well. So the organization has ex-Olympians and international level athletes as part of the team members. We have ex-India #1 in badminton, we have a TT player, we have multiple athletes that are really part of the team.
I interviewed them in our earlier series, and my God, what an enthusiasm they have to really help. And it's, the one thing also I noticed was that if you look in most of the organizations, people who are heading and all, they really have no experience in what they are doing. Here,
absolutely right.
OGQ, everybody involved has been, athlete there. So how that happened?
No, I think, listen, it's an organization really formed with only one purpose, to help Indian athletes get better. And it's a very complex ecosystem, because there is government agencies that's trying to do things. There is federations for sports that's trying to do things. There are other companies that try to do this, and there are these organizations. So it's a very complex system. How do you make sure that the athlete is getting the right level of training at the right time to prepare for these major events? So OGQ was founded with the same objective. What this team does in detail, and you talk to Viren, is pretty complex to navigate all of that and make sure that athlete is getting the right help, attention, and the right time. Timing is important in athletics. If you get injured and if you need the therapist right away, you need the therapist right away, right? So it's supported by athletes. It's actually work that it's managed by professional athletes who've been there at the right level and who understands the complexities of the process. And that's how they are able to navigate, and that's why you see the impact that they make. The number of medals that the Indian athletes have won in the last 2 Olympics and Paralympics, a significant portion of them have been supported by OGQ.
So now this delegation, which recently visited Boston, you were the sole person behind their visit here to Boston area. What is the mission of particular where this United States come into this game?
So I think 2 or 3 things. One is that there's a big Indian diaspora, right? So we want Indian people who are really passionate. I went to see Olympics this year. There were a lot of Indians there, including some families from Boston. We're all passionate and we want to go to see Indian sports and athletes, and they do well. Next Olympics is in Los Angeles, so we have our eyes on that. We should make sure that, we represent well in the Olympics as well as the athletes do well. And it's awareness. This is a non-profit that needs a lot of support and a lot of resources to really train athletes. Viren must have told you we are supporting about almost 400 or so athletes right now. And it's an expensive proposition to really train these athletes at the level where they can compete at the world-class level. So it needs help, and we need support from people in Boston. Boston is a very philanthropic place. Look forward to getting the Bostonian Indian diaspora and other people getting more involved with the cause and have fun. I think this is a fascinating story. You interviewed some of the athletes, how they have come from where, and today they are world champion in their sports. It's such an amazing journey.
As I was talking with them, I said, it is so inspiring. I said, this is the best part of my job, to get these people, get inspired by them. And I think I have, for the next 1 year, I have enough energy now and the vision, just stay focused on yourself. And
that's right.
And, one thing I learned also was that all 3 of them I spoke, they said that the failure is very important. And if you are a sportsman or a sportswoman, you just get used to failure.
Yeah.
And then it becomes your great asset. We in our life, we don't
know how to embrace.
We don't know how to embrace failure. So I said, what a wonderful lesson. Now let's come back to the sports part, and especially since you mentioned Olympics in Los Angeles here coming up. As I was born in India, and I'm now a U.S. citizen. And this conflict always goes when it comes to the sports team. What is your take on that? That how if the US and Indian teams are competing, what is going on in your mind? I want to get into your mind and see.
No, I know it's very difficult, and we have seen this in cricket game recently. India played against US. And listen, I think first of all, as a first generation immigrant, we want India to reach a level where we feel really comfortable. And I think we have work to do there, right? But if there's a sport where India and US is competing, I think it's going to be tough, challenging for us. I think whichever team wins, we will feel like a winner because, we support both of them. But I think there's work and room for India to improve a lot, reach a stage on the international Olympic level, not in cricket and some other sports, where we're already there. And I'm really looking forward to LA Olympics. There's a lot of effort going on to see that we make significant progress from where we ended up in Paris. Paris was significant progress over Tokyo, right? So we would like to see that LA actually moves up, and then we move here.
So if you are an Indian American, so this is the one Olympic where we are always winners, whether we lose or whatever.
That's exactly right. I think, whether US wins or India wins, I think, we should all feel proud of. So we were in Paris recently, me with my wife, Vandana, and our daughter. We went to see US events where US athletes were participating, and then we had such a
a proud moment. We saw 3 gold medal winning events, and it was very exciting to be part of that journey. There was no Indian participation; it was pure American, but it was very exciting. And then we wish all the athletes the best in the event. But right now, I'm rooting for India to really move up, and then hopefully we have a lot more potential, to really win more medals in them.
So, Vivek, thank you so much for supporting this organization. This is a great organization. Its mission sounds like absolutely fantastic, and I think sports is the way to move forward.
I think it's important because the impact it makes on people. It makes on people like we are involved in, involved in a lot of other non-profits. So we always talk about generational impact. And I think sports is a phenomenal way to really impact not only the athlete, but the society, the communities. And in India's case, even the states and the country has such a big impact.
Sure.
So we're very excited that we're part of this journey and look forward to having more support from Boston.
Vivek, thank you so much.
You are welcome.